Today we're going to talk about what is needed to optimize your brain's abilities to operate at its best over the long term. And we like to use the acronym NETS to help us remember the 4 simple but important things to focus on. NET stands for nutrition, exercise, training for your brain, and sleep. I know. You're thinking, yeah, I've heard this a million times before. But the latest research may surprise you, so hang in there. For example, when it comes to nutrition, there's a lot of ideas out there. Too many. Of course, you need to feed your body good food, keep the sugar, caffeine, and alcohol down, and make sure you have enough good proteins, fats, and fibers. But there are some things that might surprise you, like, for example, research is showing that eating a bigger breakfast and a smaller dinner, or simply starting your intermittent fasting in the evening is better for weight loss. And you've probably heard that intermittent fasting helps clean out your brain, which can support a defense against age-related brain degeneration. Another little-known fact is that your digestive system has about 100 million neurons. It's kind of like a little brain, similar to your heart, and it communicates directly with your brain. So if your digestive system is not happy, then neither is your brain. And the science bears this out. So making sure you have proper nutrition is probably more important than we realize. Exercise is also one of the things we think we know everything about. We all know we need to do it, and we know it's good for our hearts. But we're rarely told how good it is for our brain, how it both supports brain house cleaning and has a positive impact on our mood. It's also good for digestion. And don't underestimate the positive impact it has on our mood. Did you know that people who are more positive and optimistic live longer, happier, and healthier lives? And you don't need to run to the gym and spend 45 minutes on the treadmill to get the benefits. Just getting up every hour or so and walking a bit, and maybe doing some squats or push-ups for a couple minutes before returning back to your desk can do wonders for your body and brain. And it's also easier to build a more sustainable habit with a couple minutes every hour or so, instead of planning to go to the gym the day after tomorrow. Yeah, you know who you are. And though some say you should do long, drawn-out, slow runs, it may be better to do some short sprints to shoot your heart rate up, take 30 seconds to break, and then do it again. If you have kids or nieces or nephews, the easy way to do this is to go out and play some football or soccer or basketball or volleyball, and then just do it for 30 minutes a couple times a week, which will not only be good for your body and brain, but also good for your social connections. Because after all, we are a social animal. And that leads us to brain training, because exercising your brain is just as useful as exercising your body. Focused mindfulness practice has many benefits, including reducing burnout, depression, and anxiety, and even can improve your sleep. Now, since I'm an engineer and love research, my work requires me to find risks so they can be mitigated. And if I'm not careful, this professional skill set can become generalized, making my brain ready to find a dark cloud in every blue sky. Needless to say, a brain addicted to this risk-searching skill can make life miserable for me, my family, and my social environment. And it can literally cut years off a life. To avoid this, I do positive mindfulness training where I focus my brain on what I have to be grateful for. It's a very simple but surprisingly powerful tool, so don't underestimate the power of this brain training. And finally, let's talk about sleep. The standard average time for sleep is about 7.5 hours a day, but this is an average, like to say the average person is 5'7" tall, or 1.7 meters for non-Americans. The amount of sleep your brain needs is very individual and can range from 3.5 hours to 12 hours a night, and also changes as we age. So it's good to know how much sleep you need, and sleep trackers are very efficient in helping you track your sleep so you can optimize it. This is critical, since sleep is the way our brain consolidates memories, cleans itself, balances hormones, and yes, it helps with your creativity, problem-solving abilities, and regulating your mood. Now, many of you watching this may already know some or all of these things. But right now, you also may be thinking to yourself, I feel fine, I don't need this. But long term, your poor habits can lead you to burnout or a crash. Believe me, I've seen it happen to the most energetic executives and business leaders. So the sooner you start to put in the effort to make these changes, the better. And be aware, your brain hates change. I mean, really hates it. So it's going to take some effort. Setting a new habit can take a month or longer before your brain starts to feel comfortable. But over the long term, effective habits around NETs pay heavy dividends. Of course, we've only scratched the surface here. So if you'd like to know more about how the brain works and how you can best optimize it to maximize your effectiveness, check us out at brainleadership.com. You can also find our book on Amazon at the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the like icon below to help us and support our channel.